Yo, what's up everybody, Honey Nice with you here, bringing you Demon Slayer anime review. This is episode 15, titled Mountain Natagumo. This was a very, very good episode. I loved it a lot. Weird as well. If you remember last week in my last review, I said how the episode started off really, really good and exciting with fighting, and the rest of the episode was just hilarious. Well, this episode is actually quite opposite. They did like a 360 on us. The beginning of the episode was kind of funny, and the rest of the episode just got real dark and sad quickly. Not sad, but dark, very quickly. Of course, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, they both all three of them, and Nezuko, are still at the Western temple thing, recuperating. And they have their funny moments between them. And it starts off with Zenitsu, and if you've seen the opening or the ending, you should know this by now, because it was kind of foreshadowed, but Zenitsu gets a crush on Nezuko. So when she comes out the box, he's doing this, like a Hinata thing. Like, I guess it's a Naruto reference to her. And he's like, Nezuko, and he's chasing after her. Then Tanjiro's like, stop. And then he starts touching his arm, and he's like, oh, Tanjiro. And he starts running after both of them. And I'm like, oh, this kid. Then we have outside, Inosuke just there, just like looking at them like these idiots and stuff. And, they're still recuperating. And I'm not sure how much time has passed. I think like a day or two, but the doctor comes back, and he's like, after he examines them again, he's like, you're all free to go. You're all perfectly healed. So they go to leave, and as they packing up, we have the old lady talking to Inazuki. She was like, do you want to change your clothes into this before y'all leave, so I can wash your clothes since they look kind of dirty and dingy? And he felt kind of happy seeing this. And after a while, we skipped, and we get the doctor, and stuff like that. And basically, when they leave, she ends up giving them this weird type of blessing thing, where she starts praying for them, and she has like this match in a box, like a stone in a box, and she starts to like light the match, to greet them, farewell. And he was gonna attack the old lady, Inazuku, but of course, Tanjiro hold him back, and they explained to him what she was doing, and he was like, oh, okay. And if you notice through this episode, this is something that occurs a lot with I can't just forget his name, Inazuki. You notice that he starts to develop a lot. We're talking to Tanjiro and Zenitsu and meeting other people. Even though he's still a brute and he's heavy-handed and he's quick to hit somebody, you see that he's asking a lot of questions, and he starts to understand, and he wants to understand more. So that's a good progress for his character design, to open up to people, and he wants to learn more. So that shows growth in character design and the development, So that was really good. But they go to this mountain, as the title states, Mount Natagumo, and as they get there, they find a kid on the ground, and he's unconscious. And when he gets up, there was some strings on his back, and he got pulled deeper into the mountain where they were supposed to go. So, Tanjiro and Inozuki, as they kind of motivate each other to go forward and go in, because Tanjiro got kind of scared because of a deadly scent that he smelled that he didn't like. And Inazuki took that as his weakness. He was like, if you're a coward to go in, then I'm going to go in first. And he ran in, and then Tanjiro ran after him. But Zenitsu got me so mad because he's outside crying and complaining. It was like, I don't want to go to that scary place. Look at it. It's dark. It's spooky. Blah, blah, blah. So they ended up leaving him behind. And he's just there behind, crying. And we have this moment where his bird is like plucking on him and saying, you can't let your friends go behind. Go follow them. And Zenitsu just looked at the bird and was like, you don't understand what I'm going through, my problems. You're just a bird. You don't know how to, what humans go through. But the bird do understand, so she took offense to that. So his bird, if it's a girl, I think it is, but basically the bird attacks him and forces him to go. because he starts thinking of Nezuko when he tells the bird, "Hey, you need to be more cute since you're a sparrow, like Nezuko." And that's when it dawns on him, wait a minute, Tanjiro ran in, he's carrying her box. Oh no! And so he starts freaking out, and he finally gets to run in. But as he's running in there to find him, Tanjiro and Inazuki found the guy who got pulled. And he's around and he's super scared, and he explains to them that he came in here in a group of 10 demon slayers to slay some demons that were in here. And where they were going into the mountain, all of them started to take out their swords and attack each other and kill each other, and he was the only one who survived by running away. But then he got caught by the strings, and they put him back in. So, as he explained the story to them, we actually get to see some of these dead people that killed each other actually come out with the strings on their back with their swords drawn out, actually attacking all 3 of these guys. I believe the guy that we met, his name is Mota. So we got Mota, Inazuki, and Tanjiro fighting these guys, and I think there's like 3 of them. And Tanjiro noticed that they're still alive, they just badly hurt, and they're being controlled by the threads. So they try to cut the threads off them, but the problem is, Tanjiro also discovered that there's spiders around, and these spiders, which are white with like red dots on them and black eyes, are being controlled by a demon, and they are the ones making the threads. So no matter how much thread they cut with their swords, they have to kill these little spiders. So Tanjiro comes to the conclusion that it's too many spiders and they're too small to strike. Let's hurry up and find the demon that's controlling the spiders and making the soap and take them out to save the rest of the people. But Inazuki just wants to fight, so he's attacking people. He even headbutt Tanjiro again, and they doing different things, but Tanjiro sets them straight, and they start helping Mata, and they get everything sorted out, and they fighting. And then we get to see a really unique ability from Inazuki. He does his 7th breathing technique, the self-taught technique, and he calls it awareness, that 7th form. And basically what it allows him to do is like, he gets like these weird thermal visions, but he gets it in a radius, and he's able to see everything and keep going with it. Like he's actually a boar hunting in the night. That's like the vision that he gets. AKA that's why he has the boar face mask. And he's searching around, and he actually gets to see, as you see on my thumbnail, the demon that's controlling the spider. Is this female demon with also the red markings that the spider has. She has it on her forehead. And he's like, I found her. And when they were about to head over there, another demon, a male one this time, comes out, and he has the same markings. And he's like, I wanted to interrupt my family gathering here. My mother's gonna eventually kill you all. And Inazuki tried to go up there to like cut him, but the guy was too far up in the sky, so he ended up falling on himself. And he got really, really upset, especially because the guy just said that and left. He didn't bother to fight them, so that even ticked them off even more. So, and they basically are gonna go now try to find these people. And that was basically the end of the episode. We also got one quick scene before I forget of that guy that we've seen before, the one who we only saw him in the back, and he was talking to the crows. Well, we see him again, but this time his face is like shaded out, and he's with those 2 little girls that was at the test selection, and he's talking to them, and he was like, and he's talking to one of the black birds in his shoulder, which is kind of like hurt, and he's like, oh, so they kill my children. He was like, well, I guess I have to send higher ups. And he was like, Giyu and Shinobu, it's your turn. I'm sending y'all two. And we get to actually see these 2 characters, and one of them we know. Giyu is actually the boy that Tanjiro met in the first episode, the one that spared his sister and him. So, him and that girl that was next to him, Shinobu, both of them should be coming soon. So if not by next episode, episode 16, maybe episode 17, one of those 2 episodes, maybe even 18, they might show up. So that's going to be cool to see them. And we know they're both older slayers, so it's going to be interesting to see their power and their character development between them and the new group. Also, Shinobu said something weird. She said to Giyu, do you think humans and demons can get along? And Giyu was like, impossible, never, as long as demons continue to eat humans. And she just smirked. And he has like a mean face when he's talking to her. So I'm not sure if she's a demon, or maybe she's half demon, or maybe she's like Nezuko, a human that's possessed by a demon, or have power like demon, who knows. But it's going to be interesting when these two show up. But going back to Zenitsu, he just got me so mad in this episode. All he does is complain and complain. Like, when he's sleeping and his alter ego comes out, he's cool. When Zenitsu's doing like anything comical relief, he's cool. But other than that, he just really been irking me. And it's like, I have a love-hate relationship with him, because it's like, I want to like his character, but he's just too annoying, and he acts like a little pansy. He's scared about everything and everyone, and he just freaks out, and it irritates me. I hate characters like that, or people like that in general, that are just so scared about everything, and it's just really annoying to me. So it's like, that's the one thing about him that was just ticking me off. But going back on the main focus, Inazuki was actually the main focus of the episode. I mean, like I said earlier, we get to see him trying to learn human emotions and connections, and the fact that he's interested and he's asking a lot of questions about why she did this, why did she care so much for us, why did she shelter us, why is she praying for us, why did she feed us, why is she doing all these other things, why do y'all two care so much for other people. You know, the fact that he's asking these questions show that he wants to develop as a character, and that the human in him wants human interaction, and he wants to know about other people. So that's real cool and all, and I'm happy that we're getting more development for him. Hopefully we get something similar to Zenitsu, because like I said, he's been ticking me off. And Tanjiro, we see that he's also developing as well, as he meets more slayers and he continues to slay demons and go on these missions. We see his story. Hopefully these demons, they know something about Tanjiro's sister, and maybe they can help. Hopefully. But these demons, the brother and sister, they don't look like no slouch. So, and the boy demons did state that mother's gonna kill them all. So I'm not sure if his sister is probably the mother, or is it somebody else. Because I believe it was also stated by the guy with the crows who was talking to Ginru and Buki, that there was 5 demons here, but we only saw 2. So, and then one of the 2 of those demons spoke about mother. So if the other girl is not mother, then it means there's 3 demons so far: mother, the boy, and the girl. We don't know who the other 2 are, so it's interesting to see who they are and what they're about. And their powers to control and manipulate spiders. I know a lot of people are gonna get freaked out in this episode if they, for fear of spiders. Or I know Zenitsu, I know he's gonna get freaked out, and that's gonna get me upset. So I'm gonna have to prepare myself for that one next week. But can't wait to see Nezuko throw hands, because it's nighttime and they're in this forest, so she's gonna eventually come out and throw hands. I want to know more of this self-taught beast power, of these beast forms that Inazuki has. I want to know more about this, because supposedly he has no family or friends. So how did he learn this? I mean, his technique is called self-taught, so maybe he actually did teach himself. I mean, maybe he's just a prodigy at Demon Slayer and he was able to teach himself. That's also another thing. But that's all I have for you guys. Tell me down below what you like and didn't like about the episode, how you feel about it, how do you feel about our main cast, all 4 of them, Tanjiro, Inazuki, Nezuko, and Zenitsu, and who's your favorite to least favorite. That's all I have for you. Peace on, have a good one.